What do account in?
I'll let you know.
I mean, it's not a huge deal. I just don't know what I'm doing.
Back to turn back time. And we're live.
I want to do one of them old clap syncs, but preferably not in the goddamn mic. Alright, okay, that's enough of that.
1, 2, 3.
A little late on my part.
Either way. It's gonna
Okay. So after that, just...
Oh, we're leaving that in.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez. So this is episode 9 of the It's Always Wrong podcast. I was said it's all... I've been watching too much It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Guess we found our first topic.
And maybe, just maybe, the video will work this time. Because if you remember the disclaimer on 7? Whichever one it was. We had 9 of these already? Son of a bitch.
We've committed. We've stayed committed.
You'll remember that the video got fucked up and then it stopped working. Well,
But
now Jacob has a fancy schmancy GoPro of some kind that I swear to God, if the battery runs out halfway through, we're going to keep recording audio and the screen will just go black. And it'll be your problem to edit that later.
That's fine. I'll put a picture of like...
Okay, so I said it. It's always sunny. Let's talk about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I finished the season finally.
Season 10?
Yes.
Yes, because season 10 is on Netflix, and I think season 11 is out on FXX, but I don't have cable, so I'll just watch it whenever it goes to
It's also on
streaming.
Hulu.
Yeah, but I don't like Hulu.
Well, I think we should start off saying, hi, viewers. Welcome to our first rendition of our video podcast.
Yep. Yep. Sorry, I was just staring off into space. Yep.
I'm just gonna point out that I feel very weird. I don't know if to look at you
I don't
or
know
if to
what
look
to
at...
do.
Yeah,
It's
it's strange. I'm not used to this yet.
Think of it as we're still having a conversation, they just get to watch. So,
Okay.
I mean, only make eyes at the camera if it makes sense in context. Because if it's like me rambling on like I am now, you just look over there like, you believe this, asshole? And then that'll...
I didn't know if we were doing like one of those office like things where, you know, you talk to the camera.
No. Unless you're addressing the audience directly. Hello, audience. Directly. So...
Okay, well, I finally finished the season of It's Always Sunny, and it is hilarious.
yes.
By far, probably one of the funniest seasons they've had. It seems to be progressively getting better.
Let's see. I think for just humor, I think the Family Fight episode where they go on a Family Feud type show, and I can't remember which of Key or Peele it is, but he's the host.
Keegan-Michael Key.
Keegan-Michael Key. He's playing the host on that episode, and it's just as he tries to collect himself, like we'll be back after this break, and as it cuts to black, he's like throwing his cards, like God damn, and just like he's just so frustrated with them. I think for cleverness, Charlie work. Where it looks like one continuous shot. Oh, I dropped my pen. It looks like one long continuous shot where they're just following Charlie in his epic quest to not get a bad grade from the health inspector.
Yeah.
And how involved that is. And it's like, I think Charlie might be pulling the strings for everything. But, you know, it's, I think with any It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode, you don't necessarily need to see the previous ones. They are kind of self-contained, like unless it's like based on a previous character or maybe like some of the references, you know, it helps to get them. But otherwise, each episode, you know, unless it's a multi-part episode, is like, let's just watch this group of horrible narcissists fucking try to not ruin their lives and end up ruining their lives.
I would also like to give them credit for this podcast. If it was not for me watching the podcast episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, we wouldn't have done this. I literally called Bill as I was watching this episode, and it was hilarious. I think we've talked about this in our previous...
Where he calls me, and he's like, you're like, Bill, I want to start a podcast. I'm like, are you watching the podcast episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia right now? Because I figured that one would spur that on. And it's in that episode I mean, I know they start a podcast and it's whatever, but like, what made them start it in the episode?
It starts off with Mac and Charlie trying to win this getaway. Remember? They called like the radio station.
Was it the getaway or was it to win the hockey?
Yeah,
tickets?
it was he had to like shoot the hockey thing.
If he did the right slap shot, it would win him something. And that's when I'm suddenly confusing that episode with an episode of its Parks and Rec, because there's an episode where they're going out on the red carpet and the red carpet's not long enough on the ice rink and they just slip and fall for like it's Get On Your Feet, that loop that's just short and it keeps playing over again with like a big pause. Anyway, getting way the fuck off topic.
Also, we didn't introduce ourselves. They don't know what we look like.
They don't need to know.
Alright, Jacob.
Yeah, whatever, Bill.
Even though I just said I called Bill.
Who? Where am I? What? Huh?
I'm gonna move this, and it's probably gonna sound like shit.
Okay.
Alright, I should have done this before we started, don't you think?
Yeah, I probably should have. I spent my time, put in my time making my mic.
Mine's good now. I can just chill, relax.
You see nothing? You see nothing? Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Well, look what you get to edit out later. Shit.
No, you have to do the audio still.
I'm still doing the audio, but I mean, you got to do video, and it'll be funny if they do or don't match up. So anyway, it's on Sunny Philadelphia. What I love about that show is, it's unlike most sitcoms. Sitcoms get a pilot, and if they do well, they get picked up. Everybody on set gets paid more. The production gets better. And then it just like, you notice that the cast and characters, wow, the actors get prettier, the sets get nicer, and all the whatever made it really funny in the beginning just kind of goes by the wayside. And It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, they've been going for 11 seasons. That's a long time.
Hell yeah, it is.
In television time. And so they are not good people. They didn't start as good people either. They were better. But then, the first episode is like, I hope you're ready to strap in, because this is going to be one hell of a ride. What is it called? The gang gets racist?
Racist?
The gang gets racist. Like, right out of the gate, it's like, oh, this is going to be no joke. And so, you've got these characters that start, they're assholes, but maybe there's something redeemable about them. And then as these seasons go on, they're just worse and worse, and like the downfall of Frank from a crappy business guy to just like Charlie's roommate, and just how like he just ends up dressing like Charlie, just gross.
You gotta pay the troll toll. If you wanna get into this boys' hole, you gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Stop! It's boy's soul.
Are you chewing gum? I said no gum, Frank.
I am up to here.
Oh shit! Speaking about that, as I spit everywhere, we're at work today, right?
Mm-hmm. And I wasn't. Oh wait, I was too, but it was not the same thing. Moving on.
You probably worked the same amount of time. I only worked 4 hours today.
Yeah, roughly.
Not that anybody needs to know that. Anyways,
moving on.
My boss, we were looking for this set of hardware, like this box of hardware, miscellaneous hardware that we had, because we're doing this whole new setup, right? And we could not find it anywhere. And he was getting calls from everyone. He was fucking busy. And I was giving him a lot of shit. And he's like, I am up to here. He's like, I'm only this tall, but I'm up to here. And I lost my shit.
Oh my God.
He could not grasp why I was dying.
You didn't realize that people actually use that in real life and not a reference to It's Too Sunny. That's
yeah,
funny.
and it just killed me. I thought it was hilarious. I literally laughed for about 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was... I could not contain myself. I felt like I worked out because my, contracting my abs so much. Oh, it was great.
Yeah, that show... Each character, they're all narcissistic. They're all very much only interested in themselves and how to get ahead of everyone else.
Wolf Cola.
But the way no better form of closure. And the way they screw each other over and screw themselves over, and how they're so detached from reality, it's a hell of a thing to watch. Just a thing to behold, really.
It is great.
Speaking of working out, apparently all I got for Christmas was fat. And I'm entering fat Mac territory. I'm at I weighed myself this morning. It was like 158, and I've never been that heavy before. So I'm hoping when the semester starts, I won't be just...
You're cultivating mass.
Exactly. Hopefully I won't just be eating out of boredom, and I'll be busy running around the school. But if it doesn't, improve, I have to assume that my
metabolism
is slowing down. Jesus.
Well, think about what you've done the past month.
Sit and play video games?
Yeah.
And eat? Yeah, that would probably do it.
Yeah.
So, if it doesn't improve, I need to actually consider rationing my food and doing more activities.
You know what helps?
What?
One, not fucking sitting and playing video games all day, but if you take your own lunch to school, that helps. Because if you buy food at school, it's fucking a shit ton. Unless you go to Chick-fil-A and eat that shit. But it's always a shit ton. It's always super unhealthy.
Does the Chick-fil-A in the sub, does it have chicken salad sandwiches?
No.
Well then, I won't be going there.
You will be?
I will not be.
Oh. I don't like Chick-fil-A. Okay. I love Chick-fil-A sauce. That shit, fucking love
When's the first time you had Chick-fil-A?
Maybe in elementary school?
I had it at physics camp in Utah. I had never heard of it before then. And it was okay. I think everybody just got a little chicken nugget box. And I got a really gristly piece, and I was like, oh, God. And so, my relationship with Chick-fil-A has been kind of ever since. But I recently found out that I really like their chicken salad sandwich. And so that's okay with me. But if the Chick-fil-A on campus doesn't have it, maybe we'll just go to Smart Choices. Is that what it's called? The place with the crappy gyros and the salads?
On campus?
Yeah, on campus.
I don't fucking know.
It's been a week. But yeah. Wheezing and eating. Yeah.
So, I bought these GoPros yesterday. Well, I bought this GoPro yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And at work, there's a rule where if you buy something that's over $200, mm-hmm. you have to wait till your next pay period to buy something else.
I thought you were gonna say, you have to ring a big bell in the store that says $200 sale or something like that.
No.
Ding ding ding.
So, remember how I was telling you about this banjo? And asking you if I should get one with open back or resonator. And I knew the answer, but part of me wanted you to be like, oh, you could just get the open back. It'll be fine.
Nope.
Yeah, I know. But I wanted it then and there. And the only resonator banjo we have in there is this Mitchell banjo that's closer to $400 than it is $300. And I did not want to spend that much.
Right.
My brother gave me a gift card, and I'm like, cool, I can use that. But that's still a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
So I didn't even attempt to get it yesterday. I was just like, nah, whatever. Well, today, out of curiosity, I checked to see what I get it for, and I regret that I didn't do it. Because I wanted to get it today, but I realized I bought the GoPro.
Oh, so you have to... Oh, you bought the GoPro from...
Guitar Center.
Okay.
Yeah, because I get a discount.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
But that $370 banjo ends up coming out of $164.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was $201 after tax. And I was like, kick ass. Yeah, I'll do that for that kind of banjo. And, yeah, so I might even get it a little bit cheaper because
So once you get your banjo, what... I guess I need a mandolin or an acoustic guitar. I don't know how to play either of those things, so...
I think mandolin's going to be easier for you to learn how to play.
I really should just, suck it up and get an acoustic guitar and learn acoustic guitar. Who's there? Oh, God. My new couch! It just rolled out of you. You're gross. I bet that didn't even come out on mic. You farted, by the way.
It's a good one.
Proud of yourself?
A little bit. If you want, we can get them at the same time. You can get a guitar for $99.
I don't want to aim that low.
Well, then
here's the thing. I think my brother actually sold his acoustic, so I can't just take that. I think he has one shitty electric left over. Like, I want to do it right, but I should also, like, flat out get lessons because...
No.
I've acquired so many instruments and I don't really know how to play them.
Speaking about doing it fucking right, there's this app called Musician. Have you seen the things on YouTube?
No.
It's actually pretty badass. It's like for piano, guitar, and ukulele. And naturally, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I want to see what this ukulele one's like. It is actually really good. It's nice. It's easy to follow, especially if you've just picked it up. It's like real basic. Like the first fucking day and a half of this was torture because it was like, but once it started getting into hard shit, I was like, what? So, if you get a guitar...
What is this product exactly? Is it a instructional series? Is it an attachment to the thing? I don't understand.
It's just a standalone app you get on your phone. You can get it on your laptop too, but it sucks if you don't have an external microphone. On your phone too, because it picks up the music it's playing, plus it's a whole lot of shit.
Is it a little bit like smart music at that point?
Yes, it's exactly what it is.
Oh.
But it's free. Kind of. I paid like a small membership fee.
It's small.
Yeah.
Small fee.
So I did that, but it's awesome. It's, they don't pay me. If you want to, you can. But yeah, it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. Haven't used it much since I've been back, but yeah, you should. If you get your guitar, I say you use that.
Oh Lord.
We're starting a bluegrass band.
Oh my God.
We're doing it. We started a podcast. We can start a bluegrass band.
We can start a bluegrass. So
you have slowly.
But here's the thing about starting a podcast, though. I already had all the equipment. I had some of the know-how for editing. I've learned some doing this, but oh my God, guitar's hard. It's not as running cables to a microphone is not as hard as playing guitar. Well, it's a long silence.
Ain't a lot of bitch from you.
All right, well, fair enough.
Playing 4 mallets was hard at 1.2, right?
Damn. Got me there.
Fucking got him!
Okay, I guess I am the didn't know how to read music in theory class to grad student as a music major. That almost didn't make any sense. Shit. That means I really don't have an excuse. Besides it costing money that I don't really want to spend. Like, I know I'm flush with cash for my refund, but I still want to save it. Savor it.
I mean, you could get a small, scratch in it if you want. Just get a guitar. I'll give you my discount, which is significant.
How much is a Taylor?
It varies, Bill, on what you want. You're probably gonna want to get like at least a $250 guitar.
Yeah.
Up front, and then with my discount, it'll be a lot cheaper.
Or I can get a $500 guitar with your discount.
It'll be like $400, depending on what kind of guitar it is.
Oh, okay. Maybe when I get my fee waiver refund. Maybe. If the university doesn't screw up my hiring process. So, when you're a grad student and a TA at Tech, they waive a bunch of fees. So it basically cuts tuition in half. And that hasn't hit yet because I guess my hiring paperwork hasn't finished processing or something, even though I turned it in months ago. And so I paid the full tuition amount. And so my refund I'm getting back is short a certain amount of money. But I've been told that it'll get reimbursed if it goes through. I'm just hoping it's not something stupid. Like, I've been ignoring the Obamacare phone calls and emails. Because part of that hiring paperwork was to tell you to go there and sign up or something. And then I was like looking at them like, oh, okay, I don't really need to do this. I have health insurance through my parents. And they won't leave me alone about it. Like, I think I just like started a fill out form and then just abandon it, just close the webpage, like, oh, I don't need to do this. And so originally it's like, you can schedule them for a phone call and they'll call you and sort it out. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. For 5 days, it's like, due to call volume, we can't call you today, we'll call you tomorrow morning. Okay. And that went on for a week and then they just gave up. So like the deadline was technically December 15th and then that passed. Now the deadline was January 15th and that's passed. And so they keep trying to hound me about it every month, and it's just, I told them to call me when they can talk to me, and that just can't happen because that entire website and system is so unorganized. Because I just need to tell them I'm still good for insurance until the 26th with my parents. Then I'll come knocking to you assholes. Because right now it is prohibitively expensive for me to get healthcare through that system.
Come and knock on my door. I'm waiting for you.
Okay.
There's company too.
Shoot, I forgot about musical instruments as an option for me to do something stupid with my money. Because right now the only things I'm thinking on are better headlights for my car and maybe paying off my phone or just continuing to pay that bill properly. Because the bill I'm paying now does go towards that amount. It's just how many month plan? I should probably recheck that and know what I'm talking about instead of not knowing it.
Get a guitar. Get a guitar.
Like,
we should go. Look, tomorrow we'll get up at about noon. Go to Guitar Center. We'll just browse a little bit, see what you like. You know, we'll hit it up.
I gotta be back at the music building at 4. If we do that.
Okay.
I'm working on the 1908 marimba to fix it up a little bit.
Oh.
We don't have the brace in yet, but we can at least get a start on straightening out the bent piece of the frame and just checking the rest of it. And doing a little bit of inventory, but most of the inventory stuff will be Monday.
Okay. So it's settled. We'll go at 11.
Settled as it's gonna be.
If we have viewers for once, and like you actually know your shit, I'm looking for an external mic for my GoPro. I've seen a few reviews
I'm just thinking
online
of a GoPro commercial. It that voice. You just sound like gibberish.
Get out.
All right, I'll get out of my own apartment.
Call the cops.
I can't.
Me out of my house,
I can't
sir.
tell me what to do. I'll adjust my mic again. I am that asshole. Keep talking. Oh, you suck. Hooray. Professionalism.
What would our band name be?
Nothing good just popped into my head. Like the Cox.
I was thinking like kick grass. Like kick ass, but kick grass. Like bluegrass.
Jesus Christ.
No
Chemical toilet.
What would it be called?
Oh, Jesus. I'm not good at this. Do you have any idea how many
Inflatable vaginas.
Do you have any idea how many band name discussions I've been in? I've only been in like 1 or 2 bands in my life, and I hate this discussion.
As a roadie?
As a drummer.
You drum?
Just because I don't do it anymore doesn't mean I never did it. God. I used to be a gigging musician that never got paid because it was for school. The point is...
Yeah?
Damn it.
Come and knock on my door.
Why?
I don't know.
Why is this Three's Company song in your head?
You know, it's funny. I've never seen that show.
Oh my God.
You know what I could use right now? Some socks. Some fancy socks.
We can't keep trying to pimp ourselves out for socks.
I'm not trying to pimp myself up.
What's that fancy circle mean?
Which fancy circle?
It says camera off.
Preparing on. It's just reconnecting it because it's got to do it through what? It's some weird shit. I don't know.
Okay. It just has to reconnect. I thought the camera ran out of battery because you said.
No, I was just double checking, making sure that we still had battery.
Oh yeah, yay.
Do I look fat, guys? Am I Mac fat?
Used to be as big as a mountain and big as a skyscraper. Now I'm just a tiny little bug. That's the gang gets analyzed, right? Where they all go to the psychiatrist.
That is fucking hilarious.
I might watch that episode after this.
That door's supposed to be locked. Yeah, I just taped the door.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Yeah, we should start a bluegrass. We can actually like incorporate our friends. We can get a little
Washboard is what that's called.
No, it's called a.
Are you sure it's not a Wiro?
No, it's a.
Can we have a Wiro?
Why? We already have a.
Stop that! That is an annoying. What is that sound you making?
Oh.
What was I? Were you with? Must have been with Alex.
Full sentences.
Okay, I remember what it was now. So, because there was all that snow in Lubbock, we could talk about that. Well, there's really shitload of snow. City handled it poorly. 2 snowplows. That's all I really need to know is the.
We could end up fucking putting the audio. We recorded an audio podcast as well, but then I got my GoPro and we figured, hell, why not? So this may be fucking episode 9. This may be episode 10. I don't fucking know.
I've already said it was episode 9.
Well, we also said we were gonna fucking do a video podcast, and it turned out to be a video podcast after all.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
All right.
Forrest Gump said that. I almost said Donald Trump.
Donald Trump said that. No, he didn't. You're wrong. So, snow happened, and I got to thinking, like, I don't know if we lost power here or not, but there were power outages around the city, just because that's what happens in a snowstorm. Yeah, water freezes to the lines, and the lines will break off, basically. So, I thought to myself, my heat and my cooking are all reliant on electricity. I should probably find to have a backup of some kind, just in case. So I was like, I need to get a propane stove, like a camp stove, and a propane space heater. Just, camp items. And so I'm looking them up, and it's like, okay, it's going to be about $300 in supplies. So like a $160 heater, no, $180 heater, and then the whatever money, math, camp stove. And so, I'm talking. What? So I'm talking to my dad about it. He's like, "Oh, I have all those things. What is so damn funny?"
Just keep talking.
So I had all those things, or my dad had all those things, but they're from Civil War reenacting, and he hadn't done that in a few years. So the 2 items, the Coleman camp stove and a Mr. Heater space heater, had been like left in storage for just like years, and they were infested with mud daubers and spiders, and they were rusty and everything. So I bring them back up here with fresh cans of propane. I take them apart first and clear out the spiders and make sure none of the gas lines are going to get clogged with mud dauber nests and spider webs and stuff like that. You're like red in the face from laughing so hard. What is so goddamn funny?
Do you know math? I don't know why it was so funny to me.
What? What I said, like,
You were like, I bought a $160 propane whatever, and you're like, and rest of the math.
My numbers could be wrong. That's just the number I had.
You just didn't even attempt. You just admitted defeat.
You want me to attempt the math? So nope, it's like okay. 160, 140,
and every time
right?
you said some kind of number, just made me think how little math you wanted to do.
It's not worth it. It's not being wrong. I realize we're the always wrong podcast, but
oh shit, my cheeks hurt.
Okay, so Dad had those items. They'd been in storage for a while, infested with all kinds of shit. So I take them back here, take them apart, clean them off. The parts that I could put in the dishwasher, I did. So I just ran a couple loads of heater parts and stove parts.
You let them run a couple loads on you?
Dropping loads! And, so yeah, I cleaned them up. The heater was a pain in the ass because most little propane heaters have this little temperature probe next to the pilot light. And, normally this probe is like touching the pilot light, like touching the flame. This one was just like a centimeter off. And so it wasn't getting hot enough. And so whenever I would try to start it, it wouldn't stay on. It would like light up, run for a minute, and then shut off. And I was like, that didn't help me at all. And so I'm thinking I might have to replace this. But I'm like, well, let's see if I have any kind of warranty. Like, well, they do have repair centers, so let me look them up and see if I can get it repaired. I do remember where I was going with this, by the way. This is because this what an annoying noise you make. Getting back to that in a second. So, I take it to a hardware store in Lubbock, off of way out west, off of 19th Street, and the woman that worked there had the most grating, like, she's like, it was one of those kind of things, and like I heard her making that sound like as I was walking in, and I didn't recognize her as like the store owner. I thought she was just like, there was like this young kid pushing a push mower out of their back workshop, and so I thought it was like his mom or something. And this is a whole, let's teach the kid how to mow the lawn. And so she doesn't leave. I'm like, oh God, she works here. I'm gonna have to deal with this noise. And so I'm talking to her, and she's like, yeah, we don't have the parts. We can service it, but it's going to be at least $57 in work hours, and then plus whatever parts are going to be on top of that. I'm like, a new heater of this model is already like $60 or $70, so I'm saving, and it's not worth it at that point.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking about it, just her grating laugh, just like, what is that noise you're making? Ugh. And so I'm going back to the car, I'm thinking, well, I think I know what the problem is. Let me just try to fix it one more time. At this point, I have field stripped this stupid heater like 6 times, so I can get it apart and back together really, really quickly.
Tune in to our Facebook channel.
No.
This is our first channel. I am going to record Bill to see
Why did
how
you say
fast.
Facebook channel? God, I hate.
Suck a dick.
I hate Facebook. Oh, that's right there. Facebook was dumb. Get to that in a second.
Anyways, we're gonna.
I wasn't done. So.
You're still talking?
Yes. So I took the heater apart, moved the probe closer to the pilot flame, and now it works fine. So I paid zero money for $300 worth of camp gear.
Cool. That works.
Now, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say you better practice because tomorrow when we get back from Guitar Center, you're going to take that apart and put it back together, and we're gonna time you to see how long it's taken. Because you
see, I can take that apart fast, but I can also destroy it really easily. So I have to find the balance between speed and not breaking things.
Nope, you already you shouldn't have opened your mouth and made yourself seem like a badass because now you're stuck.
So how field stripped do you want it? Just parts that don't need tools
all the way down. Okay, what you can do with your hand, like kind of like when you take apart a gun, you strip it down, and you put it back together. You're gonna do the same.
That's not a lot of it, actually. There's one bolt I need to take out of it.
No, you gotta take it off.
It's a metal screw with a.
All of it, then you're fucked. You have to use your hand too. You can't even use a ratchet.
I'm gonna bloody my hands doing this. Like, I show up to school on Thursday, and Doc's like, "What's wrong with your hands?" It's like, I had to field strip that space heater.
I forgot about school.
Yep, it's on Thursday.
Oh, can I just graduate and not have to do this anymore?
Remember, Tuesday is the extra rehearsal. Wednesday is the all-day extra rehearsal, and then Thursday happens. I have to take my placement exams on Wednesday. No, Tuesday.
This is stuff you should know.
Hey, yeah, I have to take my placement exam on Tuesday. I think orientation is...
You have to go to orientation?
I don't think I have to.
Oh.
I don't plan to. Because, I mean, you would just register for classes, and I'm already registered.
Thanks to Miss Linda.
And Emily Gifford, the graduate person that does that.
Care.
You might know her one day. Maybe you'll do grams.
Why would I know her Monday?
One day.
One day.
You know what song I was going to sing? I was like, and realized how stupid I was. I was like, one day, or not wait. It's like, oh no. I'm stupid.
If we can get a like on this video, you have no choice but to get...
Like, comment, subscribe, guys. It really helps us out. There. It's done.
No, if you can get 1 like on this video on our Facebook page, you have no choice but to get an acoustic guitar.
1 like is one like equals 1 prayer. Ignore if you hate Jesus. That's how this works, right? If I see that shit on Facebook where it's like this strangely religious meme thing, and then it's like 1 like equals 1 prayer. So, moving on to Facebook. I think I'm beginning to hate Facebook. Like, beginning to hate it through and through. Like,
is it because of all the spam?
Yes. Spam and just crappy humor and unoriginal content.
I love that. It's like...
I know you do, and it's going to become a difficult part of our friendship. There will be a boiling point where I blocked every single page you like, and you will be sending me
Well,
things.
I don't like those pages. It's shit that I see on my wall that I think is funny.
Yeah, how do you think it gets there? I block that for that reason. I just hate that it spreads. I hate it.
I don't know. I didn't know you could block that, but it still fucking makes me laugh.
Hundreds of pages at this point. It's all I've been doing since Christmas. Merry Christmas to me. Jesus, I hate that crappy Monday morning standing around the cooler with your stupid coworkers who are not funny, trying to make you people laugh with like, hey, I saw this cool picture on Facebook. It has those minions from Despicable Me on it. See, look, it says, like, minions don't need vaccinations, so my kids don't either. I will kill someone if I see that again. I'm going on a bit of a tangent. I realize that. But it's just like, let's look at this video of this stupid baby dancing, and then we'll add a little reaction shot of some asshole at the end of it from a completely unrelated thing. Look, guys, I have a video editing software. I hate it. I hate it so much. So much.
I hope somebody does a fucking auto-tuned version of your rant.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I know.
I mean, they can auto-tune it all they want.
I know.
I'm trying to remember what my speaking pitch is from Vocal Methods.
I don't care.
So you're like, oh, God, I don't care. Shut up. Again, it's Always Sunny reference.
We should... If we continue doing this, which since we have this now, we can do this.
We can't.
Yeah, this is
quite a bit simpler than the renting a camera from tech.
Yeah,
and then getting told by a stupid person that there aren't any nice cameras in stock.
Holy shit! You know what else?
What?
If I end up getting my Zoom 6, we can use that, plug that into the GoPro, and that could be. Nah, I don't want to do that. That's $400 for a fucking mic. I don't need to do that.
That's what that port is. That's a mic, exterior mic for a camera. So you can attach that thing to a top of like a DSLR and use it as the microphone. People do that. It does happen.
Huh. Why don't we use that for that then? And then that way it eliminates this. Or is that just not good enough?
It's okay. It's just going to be not as...
No, we'll keep doing this. This makes
not
us
as
look
direct.
fancy.
Now, we could... I'm pretty sure you could attach that to there and use these. Because I think you could still use that as an interface. It would be better audio quality. But, I mean, the best quality is going to be...
We'll keep doing this. It's fine. We'll just sync it.
Yeah.
That way we both do something for this podcast.
It would have to be like... the best quality would be like a live presentation where someone has a mixing board to the audio stream.
Yeah, we're not that famous.
No, we're not.
I was going to call the tech guy for something, but I forgot what I wanted. Oh, yeah. Can you check to see what time Dairy Queen closes? I kind of want ice cream.
Right. Don't fuck me on this. Okay, Google. What time does Dairy Queen close? We'll do that one. Closes at... No one added business hours. God damn it, Google.
Google fucked you.
The most random shit will set that thing off.
That was one of my biggest pet peeves that this didn't have. I got the new Note 5 when it first came out, and it does not have that.
It doesn't have that? Because that's native to Android. So that
No,
means...
like, when I had my Note 4, if my phone was, like... I think if it was awake, I could just say, okay, Google, and it would...
Anyone derp.
And it would open, you know? And then it would be like, what do you want, bitch?
Let's just see what it opened up. Types of wood.
Want to see my wood?
So that's oak.
Ah, that's
oak, everybody. Little oak sample. You cannot ignore his girth.
Since we're on the Facebook topic, I said in episode 9, or the non-existent episode, that I was going to commit to our social media a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah, I fucking posted on our Facebook right after.
Did I block our own page? Oh no, I haven't seen it.
So I did that. I still haven't put shit on Instagram or Twitter sphere because I don't have that login. because I don't know your fucking 72 character fucking encrypted.
Maybe you should take
password.
a picture so you can remember it.
Oh yeah, I should do that. But then somebody's gonna hack my phone. You know, we're kind of a big deal.
Are we? On the back of that other page is the list of songs you wanted to cover.
Oh yeah, let it snow.
I see Hot Potato by the Wiggles, and I just have an X next to it, meaning that no, I will not.
But the reason I bring this up is because now that we, I think, are a little bit more committed to this, which is weird, because we normally lose interest in shit as
Normally,
we do.
yeah. No, that's most of the little hobbies I do are like, I'm really into this right now, and then it just falls off. And I'll go back to it later, but I mean, it's years later.
I figure we start doing some video shit and start giving you short, you know, giving you guys some short little peeps into our lives.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
I figure, for me, it's going to be just fixing shit. Like, just have a GoPro mounted to my head. And get a nice first-person perspective of me fixing.
I did order this like pack of a lot of GoPro accessories off Amazon.
I ordered one of those too, not for you, but for my sister's husband. So he could have like.
Well, thanks for getting me something.
Okay. We can't keep making the same reference. It's gonna just become this podcast is references to previous podcasts. Remember in episode like 36 when we made that one joke? We're in episode 108 now, and yeah.
Anyways, but I'm thinking like even when we're at lunch, you guys can finally meet Colin.
That's gonna be an ambush style thing though. It's like, hey Colin, he's like, God, what? What do you guys want, Colin? You're on the podcast. Like, what? Colin! I'm looking for Colin.
I really want ice cream. I really want a dipped cone.
You want to get ice cream after this?
Yeah. Will you drive?
Sure.
I'm down to pay if you drive.
See, I'm feeling better now. The reason I'm drinking that concoction is a 50-50 mix of sweet tea and milk.
That looks fucking like jizz.
It's delicious, I'll have you know. So,
Jizz.
Anyway, I was getting a serious caffeine headache before this because I've been trying to get rid of all my caffeinated shit before I go back to school.
Oh yeah, because you have that thing where if you have caffeine, you can't sleep for like.
The come down was so rough that I was both unenergetic, and my head was just starting to pound. So it's like, well, if I want to be,
I'm gonna see Jacob and he's let us.
If I want to be serviceable on the podcast, I better get some caffeine just so I'm not hurting and throbbing.
When you called me, for some reason, my Bluetooth headphones didn't disconnect from my phone, and they were still in my pocket. And I'm like, hello? And it's like, I hear like this faint, like, it's like, the fuck?
The first thing you heard was me yawning into the phone. I was like,
yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah. So I hit it, I'm like, hello? And you're like, hello? I was like, I'm at work. And then you just hang up, and I'm like, fuck, I didn't say I can't talk.
I mean, I'm just going to let you do your job. Someone may have wanted to buy a Kajan, or a Dajimba, or a cymbal pack, or I want one of them danged old electronic drum kits I read about it on the eBay.
I thought today was going to be an extremely good day because within the first 10 minutes, I sold an electric kit, and I was like, cool, it's going to be a good day. It just went downhill from there. I almost...
What happened?
Is it against the law to say you were very close to metaphorically stabbing someone?
No, because you use the word metaphorically.
Okay.
Which isn't the right word, but I get what you mean.
Theoretically?
Sure. I don't know if there's a right word for that.
That's not the... I don't know. I wanted to, in my head, create this scene where these people got hurt.
Ah, an intrusive thought. Okay.
Yeah, sure. There is these people of age which is lower to the zeros than to the 20s.
Children.
And they were of... let's not bring race into this as much as I'd like to.
They had to be black.
Anyways, we now have, like, we're going to have 3 acoustic drum sets set up. And if it wasn't bad enough to have electronic drum sets set up to an amp.
I'm just thinking about how horrifically racist what I said was.
Yeah, I know.
Well, anyway.
You're white too, so.
Oh yeah, that's like a double secret probation level thing. I almost said double felony. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Anyways.
Is that a hate crime? Yeah, totally.
We should try to count to see how many times we've referenced It's Always Sunny.
That you can edit that in later after the fact. Just have little rotating counters like ding, and it's like that's one. Technically, that's one.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
I don't
That's why it won't
that.
happen.
Yeah, nah. Maybe in like episode 25. Landmark. Episode 25, we will go all out.
Okay. I don't know what... is that going to involve like a live music of some kind?
Shit, from our band.
So what?
The Grass Kickers.
I hate that name so much.
No, it was like Kick Grass, the first one. I like the Grass Kickers better.
So we're going to cover... it's going to have to be Steve Martin and the Steve Canyon Rangers. And we'll cover Women Like to Slow Dance.
That's hard.
Yeah.
We need to get... Do you know
Yes.
McNuts?
Damn it, I have to bleep that out now.
Oh yeah! That's his actual name.
Yeah, and you have to bleep it out too.
No, I don't. The only audio is coming from you.
Yeah, but you've got to like cover the mouth at least.
I'm talking behind the pop filter. You can't even fucking see my mouth. Look.
I guess I'll have to edit it then.
Anyways, I forgot
That's fine. I'm glad I have to edit it.
You should bleep his first name because I like the name McNuts.
All right.
Yeah, nobody's gonna know who he is. He's just McNuts. But we should get McNuts to play the fiddle.
Sure.
Yeah, and then James could play some other Celtic shit. Isn't he in Celtic Ensemble also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in whatever that is.
Yeah.
I wanted to join that ensemble, but then
it meets really late.
Yeah, it does. I'll finish that statement off the podcast. A certain someone joined.
Oh, that's correct. I remember that. Oh yeah. I forget she does that now. She should probably...
She also falls asleep and is late to SWE. Recently, I'm told.
Having sex with her is like sticking your fist inside of a jar of mayonnaise. Bill, you say some crazy shit sometimes. Makes me wonder.
Yeah, I'm not a nice person sometimes. Well, at least to one particular person.
We're starting a bluegrass band. That's a thing now.
Oh my god.
We will both be learning something new, so it's not like you're going to be waiting for me to catch up to you or...
But I want to play banjo.
They get a fucking banjo and we'll both learn banjo.
Dueling banjos. I love that song.
We're fucking annoying.
We are, aren't we? Who would watch this? What are you doing here?
If you're still here, you fucking deserve a high five. Unless you think we're funny, then fucking... We should start a Kickstarter campaign for socks.
Let's... Jesus. It's always the fucking socks with you.
I like socks!
I mean, okay.
Like fancy... It's weird. I fucking dress in a suit and Jordans, but I like to have dressy socks. I like socks.
Fair enough. I didn't realize how much this couch like creaks when we move around on it.
You know what's really been bothering me, if I can tell you now?
Sure.
Your fucking lamp.
What about it? Oh, is it wobbling?
It's every time you move, I keep seeing it move in my head.
Oh, geez.
And it just... Yeah, I keep thinking you have a dog. Oh, I have one of those.
There, it's fine now.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was just wobbling around up there.
Yeah, this podcast has been a lot about bluegrass bands. We're going to start one.
Oh my god. Do you have any favorite bluegrass band? I only know one. I've already said it.
Yeah, there's this band. I can't remember what the fuck they're called, but they do a lot of covers of like metal songs and shit.
It's not bluegrass at all.
No, well, they play it bluegrassy. Like, it doesn't sound like it at all. I'll show them to you in the car. I think I have them saved on my phone. Okay. So yeah, we should get McNuts to do it. James.
You're gonna mix those up at some point. I don't want to have to bleep it. What should I bleep it with this time?
What are you gonna bleep? McNuts first name?
Yeah.
Something. Pornkestra. let the whole thing play.
But in just that 1 second?
Yeah.
Does it just sound like that? Alright, I can do that. Pornkestra it is.
Alright.
It's just people like, that'll be all it is.
No. So, I know how much you hate fucking sharing shit on Facebook, whatever.
God damn, do I ever. But please, continue.
I could not stop laughing the other day because there was this news reporter laughing at this pig and his name.
What's the pig's name?
His name was Chris.
Okay. Is that it?
His last name? Oh, well, his middle name initial was P.
And his last name was?
Bacon. So what's his name?
Wish I was dead. It's that kind of just like, I made a pun. Doesn't that make me funny and clever now?
It was hilarious. Just, oh man, fucking pig's name is Chris P. Bacon.
You want to know the kind of videos I laugh at? This was also a news report. It talks about a woman who was struck by lightning. And it cuts to her in the hospital bed, but the tape or the file got corrupted. So it skips a bunch. It's like, and she kind of moves weird in the bed. It cuts back to the newscaster. He's like, well, obviously she doesn't actually sound like that. There's something wrong with the tape. Because she was struck by lightning and now she sounds like a Skippy robot.
We should, what would be fun? We could maybe do it as not on our podcast, maybe a podcast. We should get our favorite episode, our favorite short clip to watch, and see who's, I guess, isn't funnier, but whose gets more
more response.
That is fucking hilarious. Yeah, more response to it. I think that'd be pretty fun to have with interaction. We should start a Kickstarter for no apparent reason.
Whoa, we gotta have a reason to have it first.
For socks.
Oh, I forgot. It's for socks. How about we have... What's an audience number? How about if we have, for sure, 100 people... I don't know if it's subscribers to the podcast or to the Facebook page. Facebook page.
It's easier to get likes on Facebook page because people know how to do it than to subscribe on YouTube.
Gerspers.
I hate you.
I know.
Yeah, Facebook. So if we can get 100 likes on Facebook, what's the deal?
You said Facebook. And I can't stop. So every time you say Facebook, I'm like, Berk.
I'm not going to buy you ice cream.
Okay. Then I won't drive you to ice cream.
Oh. Okay, I'll buy you ice cream again.
Alright then. Looks like we're going to get ice cream. I don't know why it's so funny to me.
You guys are probably going to see the trip to go get ice cream too. I'll video live stream that.
Fucking vlogging that shit, bro?
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God.
Do it off my phone though. My GoPro's probably going to be full and dead.
Yeah, full and dead.
Well, I ordered my SD card, so I just bought a real shitty 16 gig one right now. Just to get us through the podcast. So if we get 100 likes on that website, social media, what?
Keep going.
No, I'm asking you what.
Then we'll do the Kickstarter for socks.
Okay. Are we really gonna do it for socks, or are we gonna have an actual reason?
Well, socks will be the reason it's created. We'll actually do something special for 100 people.
Okay.
Maybe a video, maybe a wonderful tour of my apartment. All 2.5 rooms of it.
Damn, I wish they knew your last name.
Why?
Because I want to talk about your last name's Furniture here in Lubbock.
How about it's okay if my last name is said and your last name is said because we're technically the host or whatever, and that information's going to be out anyway.
His last name is...
So...
They know my last name.
We don't share other people's last names because...
You mean like McNuts?
Because A, we don't want them to be found and murdered by these people.
Why would you do that, people?
I don't know. The internet's crazy.
People, why would you do that?
And so... But I'm okay if my last name is said.
Okay, his last name. Do you want to say your last name?
So what is this about Wilkinson's Furniture? It's actually Wilkins Furniture.
I know. So I have nothing. I just wanted them to know your last name.
Well, here we are. Now you can look me up on the 8th Bake and then...
The what?
So that's a reference to a radio show in Austin about 4 to 6 years ago where one host just tried to say Facebook and just mispronounced it as 8th Bake.
Well, in El Paso, there was this news reporter that tried to say ice cream, but she said ass cream. Is that the same thing?
No.
Mine's funnier?
I mean, here's what you have to remember with my hatred of Facebook memes. I am dead inside.
That wasn't a Facebook meme. It really
whatever.
happened.
Dead inside. Point is, if it's funny to most people, it isn't funny to me. I laugh at like weird, twisted shit. So I really shouldn't be the denominator for anything that we're talking about. Clearly, I'm wrong and no one else is.
You ever laugh at porn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some porn's really funny. But this is for next week's podcast.
How about we just stop right there, since they know my nest.
They know my last name. Okay.
Damn it, Randy.
Damn it, Randy. Made me drop my juice box.
Where's that from?
Family Guy.
Oh.
How are you quoting it?
Because you say it all the time. I'll pick up quotes that aren't something I'm familiar with just based on how often people say shit. Like I started saying, I can fuck with that because of you. Like, I said that around Alex. Like, why did you just say that? I'm like, shit, why did I?
Oh, shit. You're going to start saying I'd pee in her butt now.
I do say that. I don't say it out loud. I say it in my head. I'm like, I'd pee in her butt. Like, I just kind of think it for whenever I see someone attractive. I'm like, would I, though? The answer is yes. Okay.
So stop. For our female viewers, I am sorry.
No. I thought you were going to say, we will pee in your butt.
I'm sorry.
In your collective butts.
Bill May, I happily like sleeping next to somebody at nighttime, so I don't want to find a new one. And I've kind of grown to like her and my dog. So Bill will do all the peeing in butts. But just to recap the podcast.
I've practiced.
Peeing in people's butts?
Yes. Moving on.
Do we have to talk to Alex? Should
no.
I don't know.
He wasn't awake. He doesn't get to know. Anyway, we should have ended the podcast several jokes ago.
So to recap, we will start being a little bit more active on social media. YouTube, I'm just going to sync directly to my phone so that we can give you short little excerpts, because the Note 5 has this pretty cool feature where you can
I'll put up
live stream.
I'll put up the first 8 podcasts as just like a picture and then audio on YouTube, and then we'll add this one into that same playlist, and they'll just start being video podcasts.
Yeah, I'm down to do just video podcasts. Once I get a bigger memory card, we can record a little bit more.
Yeah.
I thought it said full, but I guess it would have told me on my phone as well.
It would have.
So we'll do that. We'll be more responsive on Facebook. We are thinking of some things to do for you guys on our Facebook page. Got it. My battery's about to die. But we're going to start a bluegrass band called Wipe Your Grassy Ass. I don't know yet. It's around there or something. Bill's going to
hurts me deep inside.
Bill's going to get a acoustic guitar or banjo, but thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Like our YouTube page, which is always69wrong, correct?
Always69wrong@gmail.com.
That's our email.
What were you asking?
YouTube.
Oh, it's always69wrong.
Always69wrong. Email us at always69wrong@gmail.com. Like our Facebook page at alwayswrong. And that's all I have.
And on SoundCloud, it's always wrong.
Oh, yeah, and on SoundCloud. We are also on iTunes. Are we still on iTunes?
I haven't checked, but we should be.
Okay, and we're also on iTunes. So thank you guys so much for your support. We're officially done with our first video podcast.
I swear to God, if the video file gets corrupted, I'm going to strangle somebody.
No, it shouldn't. And if it does, I'm suing GoPro.
Cool.
Just kidding, I will not. Good night, guys.
Bye.